you very much. I think yesterday we saw a half-hearted attempt by this government to address matters of compensation, matters of justice for the victims of the police brutality in this country. We do know that in March they signed an MOU at KICC, and amongst those was one of the 10 points was to ensure an end to the issue of extrajudicial killings and abductions, which is still ongoing. But we did see the president, through executive fiat, appoint Professor Mutua to ensure that he becomes now the coordinator for state intervention and compensation framework that was made by President William Ruto yesterday. And this will be an office in the executive that His Excellency has said is already known to have been complicit in these killings. 71 in the Azimio demos, 61 in the Gen Z demos, 61 killed in 1 month alone in June and July this year. How therefore can it be that it's the same executive that would oversee matters of redress? So the specific grounds on which we oppose this is violation of Article 59(1)(e) of our Constitution. Article 59(1)(e) of the Constitution of Kenya explicitly mandates the Kenya Human Rights Commission, not the executive. And there's a lot of wisdom in that, because we need an independent constitutional body to see or oversee matters of violation of human rights. Or their appointee, in this case their nominee is Professor Mutua, and it's also mandated to seek appropriate redress on behalf of victims of human rights violations. Therefore, the creation of an ad hoc executive-led compensation framework under Professor Mutua's coordination clearly usurps the constitutional mandate of the Kenya Human Rights Commission, which is an independent body specifically designed to handle such matters without any political interference. The ODM-UDA MOU is a political document, and it is supposed to advance a political agenda. And it is part of the broad-based government agenda. But the Kenya National Human Rights is independent. It's apolitical. So this is the process, this is the institution that we are urging be allowed to lead the process of matters justice, matters accountability, and matters compensation. The Kenya Human Rights Commission is the only constitutional, lawful, and institutionally competent body to oversee these redress mechanisms. The executive unilateral appointment of Professor Mutua undermines the constitutional architecture and risks politicization of the victim compensation program. Secondly, the ongoing legal challenge to Professor Mutua's appointment. Professor Mutua's current role as Senior Presidential Advisor on Constitutional Affairs is already under judicial scrutiny. A petition was filed in May 2025, which argues that his appointment lacks constitutional basis as the position was not established through legislation or competitive process. Until the court determines the validity of Professor Mutua's appointment, entrusting him with additional state functions contemptuously preempts judicial authority and violates the rule of law. Third, sacrificing principle for convenience. The Kenya National Human Rights supremacy in redress, the argument that Professor Mutua's appointments is a pragmatic solution to expedite compensation, ignores the danger of normalizing executive overreach.